fighting against the enemies, always. The story of Israel was always about wars, about a lot of invaders who wanted to destroy Israel. And now at the time the Maccabees, they were against the new invaders. But they were arrested, they were taken to prison, and now they are facing death. But the motivation for their death is quite, at least for us, people of modern time, is not enough really to give up his life. Because the enemy told these 7 brothers, you should not eat pork, meat. Nowadays, everybody eats pork, except the Muslims. But for us, people of God, people of the new assembly, based on the love of Jesus Christ and His life, we know that everything can be eaten, and nothing can render people unclean. But at that time, these people are prepared to give up their life for this reason. And this is not a good reason, at least for us, people of these modern days. But the book of the Maccabees, actually the book of Maccabees, a lot of religious entities, they don't consider the book of Maccabees like an inspired book. Should not be part of the Bible. But according to the Catholic canon of inspiration of the Bible, the Maccabees is a book inspired by the Holy Spirit. And today, the Church presents us this book because there is a very important sentence at the end of this reading. There are 7 brothers who won't give up their faith in God, and they are prepared to give up their lives. And one of them, in front of death, he says, look, you can take away my life, but I know that a sacrifice made by God, this kind of life will be given back to me. And actually this new life in heaven will be a very different and important life, because this new life is connected with the care and the love of God. And so they gave up. All 7 people, all 7 brothers, they gave up. Even the mother was helping and sustaining, support their children in this commitment. Look, it's not really a problem about pork, meat, but it's about a relationship that the people of Israel had with a God presented by Moses. It's a God that is who provides freedom to these people. It's a God who wanted to have a special relationship with them through the covenant. It's a God who told his people, look, if you observe my commandments, if you keep my words in your heart, I will be your God forever. I will help you. I will take care of you. And even if you are in the desert confronting a lot of difficulty, I will be there for you. And I will help you to meet this promise. And I promise you, this is the God of the patriarchs. I promise you a beautiful land where you can be in charge of your children, where you can find God among yourself, and you can praise the true, the only unique God, the God of your ancestors. So the Maccabees died for all this, because the enemy wanted to destroy this kind of culture. this kind of special relationship of faith with God. And so they were resisting and they were prepared to die for this important idea. It's not only an idea, it's something that is about faith, about God Himself. So they are sure that giving up their life for the sake of God and this care and this love, the life will be given back to them. This is the first reading. Actually, in the Old Testament, very few passages speak about the resurrection. Actually, a lot of people, they did not believe in the resurrection. They believed in one special place that is called Sheol, where maybe people stay there, but they are not, they're a kind of zombie. So they not really have the concept of resurrection. So in the book of the Gospel today, according to Luke, there is a group of people, the Sadducees, who denied the resurrection, this kind of truth. And they presented Jesus with a very funny situation. We heard about that. 7 brothers, all of them, they got married with only one woman, and then they wanted to laugh at Jesus. Look, how can you solve this problem with your theory of resurrection? After death, who will be, that woman will be, which one of the 7 brothers will be the wife? And Jesus Christ answered in a very funny and kind of way. Actually, he didn't answer directly to these people, but he said, he confirmed that after death there will be a life, and a special life. And a special life because it's connected with angels and the Word of God. He said, in this world, in our present world, in our material lives, people get married, people live a normal life, but the life after death is quite different. And you can't describe this kind of life after death. There will be a life. That is the truth, that is the certainty. But if you want to describe in details what is this life after death, you cannot do that, because there is a new birth. It's a word of God. It's a word where you people cannot really understand in the world. They're like angels. Actually, according to the book of John, everybody remember the first time that Jesus, after death, after his resurrection, he showed up to Mary Magdalene in a garden. And it's quite funny because Mary Magdalene cannot recognize Jesus. It's the same Jesus that had the final supper, the last supper with him. She stayed for a long time, at least 3 years with Jesus. How could not recognize Jesus, the risen one? Even all the others, they thought they could see a kind of ghost, but not the real. Jesus, when he is resurrected, he can enter the hall without opening the doors. So his way of being live, this kind of resurrection, it gives life to the body of the crucified body on the cross. But it's something that is different from our experience in this complete world. Jesus wanted to say that there is a life, but if you want to speculate about how is this life is something that is not easy to understand and describe. And then Jesus gives another proof of the resurrection. It is about the God of the patriarchs. They say that the dead will rise. Even Moses made known in the passage about the bush, when he called the Lord the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. And he is not a God of the dead, but of the living. For to him all are alive. So God is the God of the patriarchs. And Jesus gives a special explanation to this sentence. And maybe Jesus wanted to say to his disciples, to the people in front of him, the Sadducees, our ancestors were promised to be defended, to be taken care of by God. This God has proven is a faithful behavior along the centuries. He provided you with freedom when you were slave in Egypt. He was taking care of you in the desert. He promised you to save from all the enemies. And the most important enemy among the enemies of the people of Israel is death. And so God wanted to say, look, this God of the patriarchs, through his promise, promised you to save from the very important enemies that is death. The God of the patriarch, the God of the life of people, the God who wants to take care of you, is somebody who will give you a special life. Because if you enter in contact with this kind of special relationship with God, with the love of God, you will be alive, living forever. And then the most important thing is the witness of the gospel. Jesus, after his crucifixion, after his death, 3 days after his death, he is resurrected. And he is showing himself to the people, saying to the people, look, this is not something that belongs to a kind of story. This is not a story, this is a reality, this is truth. It's not a truth that the normal scientist can understand, but it's a truth about love. And people who, because of love, they give up their life. This kind of life because of love. Because love makes connection with God. This kind of life could be given you back. Even if you have to enter this kind of suffering that is there. So we believe, we want to believe this. We know actually, it's the experience of everybody, I think that love is much more important than that. And a love that connects ourselves with Jesus Christ is a very important love. And this love makes us people, eternal people. The saints, so in the 1st of November, we celebrated a special celebration that is about the All Saints. All Saints have become Halloween. Halloween has nothing to do with All Saints. All the people died because in honor of God, in honor of the love of people, they go on becoming saints, becoming living people, and are teaching us about love. And we hope to learn from them. And we know that our ancestors, our already passed away friends, relatives, we know that love, they took care of us, and they know that are living with God, because they are receiving this special gift of life. Amen.
Please all rise.